Hello, I'm back with another book haul. They just keep coming in. Uh, I'm sorry it took so long to get to this one, but it's just hard to find time to do these things. I'll run through these as fast as I can. I just randomly stacked them right here in front of me, and I'm gonna put them in a couple boxes, mostly in a couple boxes as I do so. So if that makes a little noise, I apologize. I'll try to go through these as quick as I can. Uh, I just talk to them, show them to you. That's just what I'm interested in, what caught my eye. First off, I got a Shooting Star by Joe Lansdale, one of his newer short stories, and they publish it as a little chapbook. I'm not sure if it's included in any of his collections. It came with a signed book plate, I guess you call that. It won't take me long to read it once I get around to it. UFO story. Don't know if I can. I try to do this sometimes. I don't know if this helps or not. There you go. Like I said, I don't know if it's in any of his collections or not. I just decided to get it because I missed out on it when it originally came out. But I noticed that it was still available, so I went and got it. Next is a couple of, I don't know if you quite call them grails or not, but it's something I've been looking for a while. Some little hard to find books by Caitlin Kiernan. We got Tales from the Woeful Platypus and Frog Toes and Tentacles. Both of them are considered some of her erotica stories. Weird at that, from what I've heard. And I've kind of made a following for her, in that I started acquiring a lot of her stuff, especially her short stories. And so when I finally had a chance to get a hold of some of these, I went ahead and did that. Next is the first in what is now, I think, a 2-book series by a lady that's started a Facebook group I'm in. She wrote a little short biography book of some people. It's Lisa Lee Curtis with brief biographies of badass bitches. You can't go wrong with a book on this topic. The ladies need to be more represented than they are, and I'm sure she does a very good job at it. Let's see. Next is a book I saw him mentioned in another book group I'm in, and it caught my eye. And I think another booktuber talked about it, and I decided, well, go ahead and get it too. It seems like it might be a little interesting. By Heather O'Neill, When We Lost Our Heads. See, I don't know how good this works or anything. Maybe you can get something out of that. Well, some of these I don't know if maybe I'll read a little snippet. Next is a book from another limited edition from Seanan McGuire, Velveteen versus the Early Adventures. I do have the next in the series on its way, hopefully, but it won't be here for another month or so, at least. This one is signed limited number 572. Next is another one that I heard about in one of my book groups, and I forgot about it for a while. I forgot about it for so long I thought I already had it, and then it came up again. I checked into it, and I don't believe I don't have it. It's Stephen Hall with the Raw Shark Ticks. Apparently it's got some interesting formatting into it, where it gets the reader involved into the story. Next, I don't know if all of them are in this short stack or not, but I finished off the a series that I started collecting, and as far as I know, this makes all of them. It's the Janet Morris's series she started with, by the War in Hell series. There's a couple of other books from another author that I technically included in 2 or 3 or so, included in this series. I haven't got those yet, but I think I do have them as an ebook. I'm not sure if I want to get those or not, because they're pretty pricey, even more pricier than these were. And so we'll see about that. But this, I believe, finishes off the ones the series that I know of. Other than that, some of them are books of short stories. Some of them are novels. Let's see, we got Rogues in Hell, and this is some short stories. There's some of the people in the back in there. Then we got Mystics in Hell. There's more people in there. Liars. And then this one's actually got I think, name of the stories in the back. Then one might be one of the more interesting ones out of the bunch. Monsters in Hell. So, and then the next one is Pirates. Yeah, apologize for the glare on some of these. I'm doing what I can. I'm not an expert in doing these things. Another one, this is one that a lot of people are anticipating, I guess. Lawyers. I figured if somebody's going to do a series like this, this kind of has to be one of them. I don't know why they get a bad rap, I think. Then you got Doctors. And you got Poets. Hopefully I'm holding them up long enough for you to pause if you need to catch all that. Some people don't hold them up long enough. I try to. Then you got Dreamers. I think most of them in this series is short story collections, anthologies. There are some random novels stuck in, like that other guy I was telling you about that I haven't gotten yet. You got Lovers, and unless I missed one, got misstacked them. This is the last one. There we go. And that does the first stack, and then just a random old pulp paperback. I believe this is a Robert Silverberg, maybe J.X. Williams. I think that's one of his. Stud Among Thieves. How can you go wrong with a cover like that? And you got a gun and a snake and redhead. And another book that was mentioned by both, but in the group, and another booktuber, caught my eye. Lexus Hall, Hell's Heart. Plus the dang cover is pretty eye-catching as well. There's no real snippet in the back, but there is one on the flap on the book jacket. See, they continue. Well, I'll go ahead and show you that too. I think that's better and quicker than me reading a lot of these to you. Let's see, here we go. Oh, that was another. Alright. And this one, I just happened to stumble around and see this, and once I got a hold of it, it occurred to me that I probably should have looked for a newer edition of it, but then again, I'm probably not going to read very many books in the series to begin with, so this might be alright after all. It's the Vampire Companion, talking about some of the Anne Rice books in her vampire series. I believe it's the first 4 or 5 mentioned here after the introduction here. See, it goes Interview with the Vampire, Lestat, Queen of the Damned, Body Thief, and Witching Hour. I don't know if Witching Hour technically is part of the series, but I think it starts another series. And I believe it covers just those. And I'll be lucky if I can just get the interview read, although the one I'm most interested in reading, I think, is The Mummy, or Ramses the Damned. That might be the one I get to first. I may not ever get to the others, to be honest with you. Then we got a couple by a guy named, I guess it's a guy named Alasdair Gray. Something I just happened to see when I stumbled around looking, and one is a novel called Lanark. A very interesting, eye-catching cover, as you can see. And gets wrapped around all the way. Not the most PC cover, in other words, but it's interesting. But like I said, it catches your eye. And when I got that, I said, well, let me see if he has it, or whoever it is, has anything else. And I found out that there is a book, a rather chunky one, called Every Short Story, from 1951 to 2012. And it pretty much, I guess it covers everything else that they wrote, short-wise. And like I said, look at the dang art on this one. Even on the spine. And then on the back as well. Very, kind of hard to show it. This one's over almost like 930 pages. So yeah, that one might take me a little while. Alright, next we got is another one I saw another booktuber talk about, or else I never would have heard about it whatsoever. But the synopsis is pretty darn original, if you ask me. Nancy Bruff, the Manatee, and there's her. Believe it or not, this book is about this guy who basically falls in love with the little statue, or whatever you call that, in front of a boat. And apparently she comes alive, aka like the Mannequin movie or whatever, to a real person. So I guess there's a book for every topic. And then I ordered a Roger Zelazny collection, and just for a couple books, and decided to keep this one. It sounded mildly interesting. Dilvish the Damned. Maybe more people that are more science fiction related would know more about it than I do. I don't know. This is pretty hard. There we go. And we do the next. There we go. And another one from one of another booktuber that I get a lot of recommendations from one booktuber in particular. This is John Wiswell, Someone You Can Build a Nest In, and And the cover on this one's pretty gnarly too. This and the top is pretty small. Hopefully you can catch that. And this one, I just bought this one on instinct because I get a lot of creature feature books. And then once I had it, I thought for sure I already had it. But I might not have because I look and I can't find it. I might have it confused with a book called The Colony, which is, I think, is another ant book. This is a Chuck Wendig, Invasive, about ants getting people. And I think The Colony is another one just like this. Has a very similar cover style from what I understand. See, this one's got little ants randomly on the page corners, and I think the Colony does the same thing. If I ain't mistaken, I'm sorry about stuttering or stammering. I just can't. It's way I can't help it. Then another one is an old literature book, I guess you call it. Giambattista Basile, The Pentameron, Tale of Tales. One that slipped my attention until another person reminded me of it. And this one, I don't know if you're going to be able to get this, and it's a big chunk of text on glossy book, so I don't know. And another one we got is this is a non-fiction book that covers a lot of it might cover this one. I don't know if it covers this or not, but it covers a lot of books in this topic. This pulpy book. It's called Sleaze Alley. It's like I think they said there's like 100 book reviews in here. So we'll find out about it. And there's a couple of philosophy book series that I collect, and this is one of the latest ones I got in it. The Avengers and Philosophy. I mentioned in these haul videos a bunch of these. Then in a book lot of Bizarro books, I got this one. It's Gregor Zane with Taboogasm. It's kind of hard. Yeah, hopefully you got that. And another guy that I'm trying to collect a lot of his books by. I don't want all of them, I don't think, but there's one in particular that's getting a stickler on my side that I can't find anywhere. And I've decided to get a couple more by this guy. His name is Wolverine. I believe he's from Africa somewhere. I think he writes. Let's see. I don't know if they got it there. Yeah, he's a Nigerian. I don't think he's very active anymore, but he used to be active. He had his own Facebook group and everything. But I think it's been like 4 or 5 years since he's really posted anything. Hopefully, he's still doing okay. This is a Vegan Vampire Vaginas. I'm not too interested in it, but the topic is pretty out there. So, if you can read that, then you'll probably agree. Then we got Octavia Butler, one I've been looking for a while, and I finally got around to getting. It's a Library of America collection. It's got Kindred, Fledgling, and some of her stories and essays in it. Can't go wrong there. Next is a non-fiction book, but I pretty much done in a humorous way with math by Math Parker. Things to Make and Do in the Fourth Dimension: A Mathematician's Journey Through Narcissistic Numbers, Optimal Dating Algorithms, At Least Two Kinds of Infinity, and more. Made a little tesseract with a tape measure there. Let's see, can I? Guess that's about it. Oh, that won't hold. Hopefully I can get all these in. Yeah, dang. It's not good on your knees when you get my age here. Another one I thought I had, and it slipped my attention, and I checked, and apparently I don't think I have it. So we'll see. It's Repo Shark by Cody Goodfellow. Then another one I guess it's a newer series of movie to novelization books. I don't know if I'm going to get all of them, but there's a couple that interest me. This one's a novelization by Christian Francis. It's called 3615 Code Santa Claus. And this one caught my eye too when other people were talking about it. Hiram Ennis, The Works of Vermin. Let's see. And another one I've been looking for a while in the Bizarro sphere, and in the same book lot that I got Taboogasm. I mainly got it for this book here because this is so hard to find. Alan Clark's Boneyard Babies. You know, but these Bizarro books do make some. A lot of them get these wacky covers. I mean, it's hard to find art as weird as something is on in these books. Alright. Another science fiction book by Alfred Bester and Roger Zelazny, Psycho Shop. I used to be into science fiction a lot more than I am now, but then I joined into some horror book groups, and I got into a lot of them, and kind of pushed the science fiction aside, and I'm trying to get back into it. And then this is a Poul Anderson, or however you pronounce it, book. From what I heard, this is some of his darker, almost horror stories, which is the reason I got it to begin with. The Dark Between the Stars. Like another catchy cover too, as you can see. Let's see. Show you the stories in it. I've heard it talked about, mentioned that it's some of his darker / possibly horror stories. So if it's not, I don't know. And I forgot all about this one, but I had it on my list for a while, and it just happened to be in that same Bizarro book haul, a book lot, and it's because it was already on my list. There's a bonus. It's Jesse Wheeler with the Farrowing. So I was able to knock this one off my list too. Like I said, I forgot all about it, so I have to refamiliarize myself with it. And this one is, a lot of people are talking about this one right now, and so I finally pulled the plug and ordered this one too. Andrew Joseph White, You're Not Meant to Be Human. I probably don't need to show you about it. Most people already know about this one, but I'll just show it to you anyway. And this one is a lot of people consider this a grail. I've been looking for this one for a while too. I don't know how interesting it would be for me, but the way people were talking about it, I finally decided to snag it once I got a chance to. Manly Wade Wellman, Worst Things Waiting. Pretty sizable book too for his stories. Don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me about how interesting this one actually is. Got a pretty good number of stories in it, and of course, the thing got the creased on the cover here. Yeah. There you go. All right, the last stack. Another, I guess, is passed into the literature category, I guess. But this is science fiction. Mikhail Bulgakov, The Master and the Margarita. A lot of people in the science fiction communities are raving about this thing, and I finally snagged me a copy of it. Next is we got a. Hopefully, they're all in this small little group here. It's a series of books. By this new guy, Ash Eric Moore. The first one we got here is The End of All Things, the complete series. Extreme Horror. It's got all the associated books in it, which is what, 4? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Yeah. It's not much, yeah. Nothing I can say about that. There are a lot of books attributed to him, so I have to pick and choose which ones I want. And these are the ones outside of the order, physical copies of. There are a few more I think I'm going to get ebooks of. Next one we got is Fatale. And the next one here is I Crave the Bleeding Flowers. I mean, that's a pretty interesting title right there. Not something you see every day. Dang it, things going over. Then you got Next Left and Other Stories, short story collection. Spiderweb. And last, we got Different Floors. I think this is another collection. I think so. Oh, dang it. Oh, wait, I'll just stick it right back there then. There you go. There you go. Next, we got a series of books by another science fiction author that slipped my notice until somebody else told me or reminded me of him, and so I got a bunch of these. I might have already mentioned these. I don't know. The Best of John Sladek. Supposed to be I guess a humorous science fiction author. So a lot of these stories and some of these collections here are they overlap, especially with one that I only got for 2 or 3 stories that then this one's done almost like a little reference book. The new Apocrypha. And this one I've already had for a while because of the title. So for some reason I never looked past it after I got this one. The Keep the Draft Burning. I don't know why I didn't look more into them after I had got this one. And this one's a novel, a thin one. Holy Smokes. And you got The Lunatics of Terra. This one, yeah. There you go. And you got Alien Accounts. Then you got okay, we'll do this one first. You got maps and new maps. Might be some non-fiction in these. I'll try here. Apparently a lot of these are short. A lot of entries in this one for something that's not very big. And then you got new maps. I'll show you that one. This one got 3 friggin' pages of contents. And pretty interesting, does the cover design on the back. Alright, I think that does that. Next is another philosophy book, X-Men. Don't know how good all these are, but just something else not just caught my eye, like I said, in all these pop culture topics and whatnot. Then we got Tanya Pale, Cicada. I think this is a new book. Apparently about killer cicadas. I'd like to see how she goes about that, because from what I understand, they don't even really have mouth parts to eat with. I think they don't eat at all when they're adults, from what I understand. So we'll see about that. Another one from a book, recommended to me from another book or vlogger or whatever. It's Hache Puello, but not too bold. Hopefully I'm pronouncing their name right. apologize to anybody that I might have gotten their mispronouncing their name. Usually I think I can guess them pretty good. It's not too thick, so this one should go pretty good. Let's see how many pages. Just over 100. Alright, let's see here. Another one from Matt Parker. I think it's a humorous math book. Humble Pie. When Math Goes Wrong in the Real World. Yeah. And another one I just happened to notice when I was scrolling. I said, well, that's darn... that might be interesting. But then I look at it, it looks like it's one straight piece. There's like stops, like I guess you would call them chapters. Don't know if there are chapter breaks, I guess you'd call them. Or maybe there are different stories in here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I guess the contents page. We'll see. I'm saying the whole book is written the same way with straight text. That could get annoying. But it's I'll show you the author name is called Carp Coon. It's an odd one for you. So I'll show you the back first. Now this one's kind of like in a cursive font, so I apologize for those of you who can't read that. And the title is called Stories to Read Instead of Masturbating. So yeah, I go for the weird stuff, and that is weird. There you go. And another one that might be weird, and like I said, the cover caught my oh, wait a minute, I didn't show the stories in it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can. Alright. And another one that might be weird, like I said, cover caught my eye when I was browsing. It's Madeline Cash, Earth Angel, and there's the cover. And then here's the stories. So yeah, so there's that. And another one that's getting the rounds right now in the horror groups. Gemma Amor, Itch. Probably don't need to tell you too much about this neither. I'll show you the flap anyway. It's a little bright. Hopefully you can read that. I apologize if you can't. Like I said, I'm trying my best. And here's one more Sladek that snuck by. The Steam Driven Boy. And this is the one that's got every story in this except for maybe 2 or 3 are in one of the other books. But I wound up getting it anyway for some reason, instead of tracking down an ebook version. Next we get I don't know anything about this. It looks like it's a poem book. So I'm taking a chance on it. Christoph Paul. At least I get you in my heart. It's a poetry book, and it's almost hard to write bad poetry. I used to say it's hard to write bad poetry, or almost impossible, until I did find out in one author book almost nothing in there was really worthwhile. I mean, maybe some people would have liked it, but just for me, I mean, it's hard for me to read a poem and say it's bad, because I can get something out of most all of them. But this one here, I ain't gonna name them right now, but it was pretty bad stuff. The whole book, there might have been 2 or 3 that were like probably considered average, and that was as good as it got. So that one probably okay. And another one, science fiction author, probably along the humorous side too, that I'm trying to collect. It's it's called David Langford, and this book is called He Do the Time Police in Different Voices. Now, this is basically a 2-in-1. It includes all of the text of another book of his called The Dragon Hiker's Guide to Battlefield Covenant at Dune's Edge Odyssey 2. Yeah, it's a mouthful. He writes story parodies. And I believe this might be all story parodies. And I did have the Dragon Hiker book as a hardback. It took me a while to find it and track it down. So I'm going to add it to my... It's a hardback. And I'm going to add it to my book lot of books that I'm trying to get rid of and sell. Or trade off if I can get a trade, I don't know. Then another book that was in that Bizarro book lot. And once I found out this one's a short story collection too, I said, well, I'm going to keep it too. Originally, I wasn't going to keep it, but now that I know that it's a short story collection, I am. It's Metamorphosis Blues, Bruce Taylor. I might have some books by him already. Yeah, which, based on the ones that I've already got, maybe I should have already been more interested in keeping that one. Then, a guy that needs no introduction in the horror sphere, The Art of Horrible People by John Skip. Let's see, is this in the... Yeah, I think it's a collection too. Dang, legs keep falling asleep. I'm almost done. Got about a dozen left or so. Then this other one, the title caught my attention too. It's Bix Skullhill Dope Tits. Yeah, you'd snag that one off the shelf too, wouldn't you? Just for curiosity's sake, wouldn't you? And wouldn't you know it, dang guy signed it for somebody. It happens to me a lot. I don't even have to ask for them anymore. They just show up for me. I'd show the back and the synopsis, but it's a very small print. I don't know if you can read that or not. And it's light on a bright background, so I apologize. Probably no point in doing that. Then you got a 2-book set. Another one by Christoph Paul. The Great White House. Basically a weird shark book, I guess. Then you got a sequel to it, Great White House 2. Billary Bites Back. Let's see. This one's pretty small. Hopefully you can catch that. I don't know. It might blur. Then this one. There you go. Then another Sean and McGuire book, Laughter at the Academy. And another Bizarro book, also from that same lot. I collect this author's work too, and for some reason this one slipped by me. I thought I already had this one, but it's not on my shelf for some reason. M.P. Johnson, Berserkoids. Can't believe I didn't already have this. I thought I did. Then I think this is a new collection, stories edited by Alan Rose, a Fragile anthology. And I think we got another box almost done. Then you got a couple of evil cookie books, published books by Evil Cookie Press. I'm trying to get all theirs, most all theirs, and these are the latest two. Y'all Ain't Right, edited by K. Trap Jones. And the next one, Dead and Bloated, also edited by K. Trap Jones. Another science fiction anthology, Ares 1. It was brought to my attention by another booktuber. Got it because it has a David Langford story in it. I'm not sure if I have already. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But the rest of them seem to catch my eye, so I decided to get them too. Then I think, yeah. Then we got 3 more of the Zelazny books. They're from that same lot. Manna from Heaven. This one's seen better days. Got a lot of spotting in it. Otherwise, it would be a pretty collectible book. And I don't know why they insist on putting a jacket on books like this, especially when it's got the same dang cover on the jacket. Maybe somebody can explain that to me. And then you got Unicorn Variations. This in a collection too. Yeah, it appears to be. And in the novel, Donner Jack. Yeah, a lot of reading here on this flap. And then we got two more Wolverine books. LGBT, Lust, Gore, Bloodshed, Terror. And the last Wolverine book, Vagina Monday. This one, I don't think it is. Yeah. And another one in the Bizarro realms, Stephen Spignesi, Dr. Bizarro's Eclectic Collection of Strange and Obscure Facts. And I believe that's it. That's all I'm going to do in this video. Getting ready to turn 52 minutes. As far as that Wolverine book that I'm looking for that I can't find anywhere, I believe it's called a Meat Suitcase. Catchy title, catchy cover. If anybody can track it down for me, show me where it is. I haven't been able to find it for, I don't know, I've been looking for a long time. So if you're keeping up with me, watching these things, if you're getting something from it, thank you. If you got through this far, thank you again. I apologize because I'm not the most eloquent person in the world. I just hope somebody gets something from this, and that's the reason I do this. I hope bring some more of these obscure books to people's attention. Maybe somebody can find something that they like. You know, maybe there's somebody that don't read much at all. One of these books can spark their interest. Maybe they can become a lifelong reader afterwards. Hopefully, maybe I can die happy after helping somebody in that regards. But anyway, thank you again. Hope to see you again for another video. I got another one planned. I don't know, not sure when I'm going to get to it. It's going to be shorter than this, hopefully. It's going to be like a manga slash comic type books. A lot of series. A couple of them might be complete series. I don't know. They seem to be easy to read, so I just went ahead and went whole hog and ordered a bunch. So looks like for some reason the light's flashing for some reason. I don't know. So I look forward to that, and I thank you, and hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you again. See you next time.